What's up, guys? This is Harold coming to you with another edition of Cheat Codes. Now guys, I'm super excited for this week's episode because this cheat code, this very one, I implemented myself to help me achieve success in business, to help jumpstart me and keep me motivated throughout the process, through the ups and downs, the bumps and bruises as an entrepreneur. So guys, it's really simple. This week's cheat code is to discover what your why is. Now what that means is to find out what's the motivating factor, what will push you when the going gets tough, to continue to push forward, to continue to plow through, to continue to sacrifice the things that need to be sacrificed in order to reach that next level of achievement, that higher level of success that you desire to achieve. Because I promise you guys, there will come a time on the course to making your dreams come true where things arise that want to deter you from the dream, things that want to push you back, things that want to knock you off the horse. But in order to get back on the horse, you have to know why you're doing it. The majority of people, they know what they want to do. We all have goals, we have things that we want to achieve. Some of us even have those things written down, but the majority of people don't know why they're doing it. They don't have a motivating factor that they can even put in front of their eyes, that they know at the end of the day why they did what they did during that day. They know when they wake up in the morning why they're doing all the things that they need to do in order to reach success, guys. So one key to not only establish your why, but to solidify it, one key to remember is to do it for not just you. Do it for another reason that's greater than yourself. Now I know there's some of you who are watching who may say, you know, Harold, I'm self-made, I'm all that I've got, I can motivate myself to do the things that I need to do to accomplish my goals. But I want to speak to you and to everyone, and I promise you that if you want to get over the hump, if you want to really achieve your dreams, you have to do it for someone else. You have to have someone else who is behind you, who their existence, their situation, whatever the case may be, is what's motivating you to do what you need to do to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Because there'll be times where you're tired, there'll be times where you don't want to go on, there'll be times where it's just difficult to continue to persevere. But when you have someone else in mind, you can take yourself out of that equation, you can take yourself out of the situation and know why you're doing it, because you have someone else who needs to be successful, someone else who's depending on you, someone else who's counting on you to make things happen. Now I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was watching National Geographic. You know, I love the animals, and it was a show about lions. Now in this show, on this episode, there was a group of female lions, and they had banded together to protect their cubs. So it was a bunch of women who had their children, and they wanted to ensure their safety. Now on this day, 2 male lions came to the pride. Now when these male lions came, their intent was to take over the pride. Their intent was to usurp the authority that was already there and control this pride for their own. There were 2 brothers, and the women immediately knew what was about to happen. They knew what was going to go down, so they were already on edge. The tension is high because they know that when a new male comes, they're going to do 2 things. They're going to kill all the cubs, and then they're going to mate with the women in order to produce their own offspring. So unfortunately, the males, they hadn't attacked yet, but unfortunately one of the small cubs got a little curious, and this cub began to, you know, inquire with the males, began to, you know, sniff around and things like that. And this was a completely bad idea. So, you know, the first thing that happened, the male begins to attack the cub. Now this is where the fight or flight kicks in. This is where normally a female lion will let whatever's gonna happen, because she knows that the male weighs more than 100 pounds more than her. She knows that the male is bigger, stronger, faster. So it would be almost suicide to try to attack this male. But in this case, what the female did is she stood up. Instead of running, instead of allowing the male to just kill her cub, she defended her cub. So she actually fights the lion one-on-one until the other lion jumps in. So now it's 2 lions, 2 male lions. Now they're on average 400 pounds, over 400 pounds of muscle and ferocity coming after this single female that's trying to protect her cub. Now these 2 males begin to attack, but thankfully the woman, she finds the courage, because when she looks over her shoulder, when she when she wants to run and she looks over her shoulder and she sees her cubs there, she knows that she has to succeed or they'll die. She knows that if she doesn't succeed, or if she runs in fear, that these cubs will die. So you could imagine the fear that she has. You could imagine how fast her heart's beating. You could imagine the stress that is on her at those very moments. But she pushes past all of these things and she fights the two male lions. She fights them off. It's 2 against 1. She still holds her ground. And the males, eventually, they walk off. She's able to run them out of their territory. And you know, it's another day where her family is safe. Now I know you're wondering, like, Harold, you know, you're talking about lions, you're talking about National Geographic. How does this relate to me? And I'm here to tell you this. The reason why she was successful was because she had people depending on her. The reason why she was successful is because she knew that her kids couldn't deal with any excuses. She knew that if she gave an excuse as to why she couldn't face this obstacle, her kids would die. Now, in terms of your situation, when you say, you know, how does this apply to my family? How does this apply to my situation? How does this apply to me starting my business? Know this, that there are going to be obstacles that come up against you, some that seem more massive than you can overcome. But if you know why you're doing it, you'll be motivated to continue to press forward. And when it gets even harder to push forward, when you look over your shoulder and you see those people who are depending on you, when you look over your shoulder and you see, hey, my grandma's depending on me, hey, my family's depending on me, hey, my kids, you know, they can't eat excuses for dinner tonight. I have to bring something home for them to eat. You can push forward, you can press forward, and you can accomplish your dreams. So guys, the cheat code for this week is to discover your why. And when you discover your why, connect that why to others, connect that why to someone else's success, and I guarantee you that you'll see all your dreams come true. So what I want you to do is, after this video, I want you to write down your goals, write down the things you want to accomplish, write down your dreams, and then I want you to write down why. Write down why you want that promotion, why you want to start that business, why you want your income to increase. And I guarantee you that when the going gets tough, you'll continue to persevere, you'll continue to push past them, and you'll overcome every obstacle that you face. So that's all that I have for you this week, guys. Remember to connect with me on Facebook, on Instagram. Check out my website, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for episode 3. Peace.
Feeling like I got the cheat codes of life. Jury looking like it got free thrown and ice. Debating with the reaper not to repo my life. Cause in my 23 years, I done lived a couple lives like why?